Scooby-Doo, Batman.
It's me, the media guy here. Today, I'm here to share my thoughts on one of the coolest DC animated crossovers with Scooby-Doo ever. And that's Scooby-Doo and Batman, the Brave and the Bold. Now, I assume that you guys have heard of this movie before, thanks to so many people sharing their thoughts on it. Scooby-Topia, JB and Millie, Ashton Hardy, and so many more that I could probably name off, but we will be here all day long. Now, don't get me wrong. I have nothing against the other Scooby-Doo DC crossovers that came out over the years, in TV, movie, and comic book form. Whether it's Scooby-Doo teaming up with Superman, Teen Titans Go, The Flash, Wonder Woman, you name it. But this one might seem pretty interesting. It might be more interesting than Scooby-Doo and Crypto 2. Now, before we continue on with the review, I will point out that I am familiar with the original Batman, the Brave and the Bold TV show. I used to watch that show almost all the time when it was shown on Cartoon Network back in the late 2000s. Because I think this was the only type of Batman animated cartoon show that I mostly grew up watching. Now, I have nothing against Batman the Animated Series, Batman Beyond, which you can obviously see in my WB Media collection, or Batman making an appearance on Super Friends. But for Batman the Brave and the Bold is the show I mostly grew up watching the most. Since I assumed that you guys also heard of the show. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. You might be wondering what this movie is all about. Don't worry, there's always a description on every VHS and DVD that I own. The brave, the bold, and the hungry. When Scooby-Doo and the gang run into a notorious crooks who are too hot to handle, the Caped Crusader himself, Batman, swings in to save the day. After an unsolved case of Batman's past comes back to haunt him, oh boy, and the mysterious Crimson Cloak threatens to take over the city, Batman recruits Mystery Inc. to help crack the case. Will their teamwork be enough to solve the mystery and foil the plans of the most dangerous rogue villains the world has ever known? Pack your utility belts with gadgets and Scooby Snacks to find out as you take off for a wild, crime-busting thrill ride of the caper. And also includes 2 bonus cartoons, the dynamic Scooby-Doo Affair and the Caped Crusader guest starring Batman and Robin from the new Scooby-Doo movies. Now, what do I think about this movie? Oh boy. Scooby-Doo and Batman, the Brave and the Bold is probably one of the most unique crossovers I've ever seen since any other Scooby-Doo crossover we have seen, whether it's a movie, TV show, or comic book. The Crimson Cloak is quite a scary-looking villain. I mean, he's like... Okay, try combining the Tar Monster, the Phantom Virus, and the Green Ghost into one terrifying jacked-up villain, and you'll get him, the Crimson Cloak. He has quite an interesting motive. He's so scary and terrifying that he will make other Batman villains look harmless. On another thing, there are so many different references and Easter eggs to past Batman the Brave and the Bold episodes, right down to including all of our favorite villains, like the Joker, Penguin, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Catwoman, Claw King, Scarface, the Riddler, Clayface, and so many more that I can name off, but we would be here all day long. So you guys probably get the Hey Doodle drill by now. Overall, the characters are still recognizable now, whether you're a fan of Scooby-Doo and Batman or not. The animation is spectacular, even for a direct-to-video film. The story is pretty unique and interesting to follow. And not gonna lie, I think Diedrich Bader plays Batman pretty well. Now, don't get me wrong, I have nothing against Adam West, Troy Baker, or Kevin Conroy doing their own take on the Batman character. But I think Diedrich Bader is probably my favorite Batman voice ever. He does a good job playing the character. Now, of course, that includes Grey DeLisle Griffin playing Black Canary, and John DiMaggio playing the greatest version of Aquaman ever. Oh yeah, this does include other heroes as well, as part of the Mystery Analyst of Gotham, which includes Black Canary, Plastic Man, Martian Manhunter, The Question, Detective Chimp, Aquaman, and Batman themselves. And of course, Mystery Inc. are like new recruits, after all. I'm glad we get a chance to take a deep dive into Batman's unsolved mystery, which I'm not gonna spoil a lot. Okay, I'm guessing you guys already knew about Batman's unsolved caper, unless you watched this movie several times, or at least saw everyone else on YouTube talk about it, if you know what I mean. Ugh. Which, that's totally understandable. A lot of the jokes are quite funny, to be honest. And for some reason, this almost feels more like a Batman the Brave and the Bold type of movie, rather than a Scooby-Doo type movie. It's also kind of ironic how straight out of nowhere, Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog was almost more like a Courage the Cowardly Dog type movie, rather than a Scooby-Doo movie. Sorry about that, I had to clean my nose. Okay, getting off topic here. It's pretty unique to see Scooby and the gang team up with Batman again. Of course, there have been so many times that Scooby-Doo and the gang have met Batman. Whether it's this movie, the new Scooby-Doo movies, Scooby-Doo and Guess Who, Scooby-Doo Team Up, Multiverses, the Scooby-Doo Batman Mysteries, their appearance in Teen Titans Go a few times, mainly the 100th anniversary of Warner Brothers episode, or the time that there were background cameos in Space Jam 2 New Legacy. So I'm guessing there's been so many instances where Scooby and the gang and Batman shared some valuable screen time together. In fact, their team up is longer than the time Mystery Inc. met Dynamite and Blue Falcon, when you think about it. There is a joke in this movie that's quite dark. It's where Batman, Scooby, and the others are going through a warehouse looking for clues, and Aquaman asks about Batman's unsolved caper, and Aquaman said, "Did you lose another Robin?" And I was like, damn! That is quite a dark joke. Feels like any version of Robin couldn't survive in, well, any type of DC universe timeline. I mean, I didn't think the filmmakers would go that far. Oh, there is a nice little Easter egg later on in the film where Batman takes the gang to the Batcave and they look through all the cool costumes, like Batman's original costume, along with the costumes of Batgirl, Robin, Nightwing, and Ace the Bat Hound, who we have seen in Scooby-Doo Team Up and the Batman and Scooby-Doo Mysteries before. And that's like a cute little Easter egg to some of Batman's past partners. This is still a fun movie for all fans alike. And it's okay. And if you're not like a huge Batman fan, then that's okay. Because to be fair, I haven't fully caught up with every Batman-related movie and TV show ever made, whether it's live action or animated. But sometimes I will enjoy some of them. Heck, I already shared my thoughts on Batman Forever a few months ago, and just a few days ago, I just reviewed Batman Mask of the Phantasm. And sometimes I have watched a few clips of Batman the Animated Series on YouTube, as well as Batman the Brave and the Bold. Now, I know that the complete series of Batman the Brave and the Bold is still available on Amazon to order, but I'm guessing the price must have cost like a lot. So I'm probably gonna save my money. Anyways, I'm getting off topic here again. Scooby-Doo and Batman the Brave and the Bold is still a fantastic movie to watch over and over again. Now, I'm not sure if this movie is meant to take place like in between some of the seasons of the original Batman the Brave and the Bold series. Probably takes place like somewhere in between seasons 1 and 2, or probably in between seasons 2 or 3, depending on your point of view. Now, Diedrich Bader did return to voice Batman again in HBO Max's Harley Quinn. And yet, so many years later, he still got it. Just like he still got enough energy to voice Batman in this movie. It's kind of like how Michael Keaton still got enough Beetlejuice left to play the character again in Beetlejuice. Pretty unique, right? So anyway, overall, I'll give this movie 5 out of 5 Batarangs and 5 out of 5 Scooby Snacks. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. And I still gotta admit, this is still one of the most exciting, most action-packed superhero movies I've ever seen. And in my opinion, it would be pretty neat if we got like more movies just like this. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention I do remember that there was an episode of Batman the Brave and the Bold, which was more like a teaser episode before the actual episode starts. I forgot what it was called, but I do know that it featured Space Ghost, another Hanna-Barbera character. I'm not kidding. If you look at Batman the Brave and the Bold with Space Ghost, there might be a video that will prove what I mean. So I guess Batman is good friends with not only Scooby-Doo, but Space Ghost. Pretty interesting. And just imagine if we got a Space Ghost Batman the Brave and the Bold crossover movie, or a crossover comic. Whatever it is, it'll be interesting to see Batman the Brave and the Bold and Space Ghost team up again. But anyways, thank you guys for watching my review of Scooby-Doo and Batman the Brave and the Bold. And do you guys have any favorite memories from this movie? Just let me know down in the comments below.